Hey guys, how are you? Um, Hopefully you're doing good. Today was a big one. Today was cool. Today was really cool. I loved it. I loved every second of this problem that he gave us, and it was fun. I didn't solve it on my own. He led us through how to solve this problem, but he put he put action behind his words, and he showed us that that four-step framework really works. No, we didn't do no pseudocode because this problem was not ultra difficult, but it was cool. So the problem he had us do was to okay, we had to pretend we were working for a company that does smart homes, and they were putting a smart home thermometer in, and um, we were given an array of temperatures for just one day, and we had to calculate the temps, the amplitude, which is, he told us, is it's just the difference between the highest temperature and the lowest temperature. So we just had to subtract the lowest from the highest. Um, so that's amplitude, which is kind of cool. So um, he also told us, keep in mind that sometimes there might be errors in the temperature array, right? I don't know why, but it happened. So he gave us the temperatures array. So these are all the temperatures. Of course, we have the error in there. So I kind of figured it out mentally before he even did the problem. It was, the highest was the 17, and then the lowest was -6. So anybody could really do it. 17 minus -6 is 23, which we already got right here. But we had to do it. We had to do it code-wise. So we just figured it out how to do it in code. So the first thing was get an understanding of the problem. What's the big picture, you know? So first we had to ask ourselves, what is amplitude? What is temperature amplitude? And he gave us the answer. I googled it, but it was the difference between the highest and lowest temps in the array. Second thing is, how do we calculate the max temperature or the highest temperature and the lowest temperature? So we had to figure that out, and we had to figure out what's a sensor array, or I'm sorry, error. What's a sensor error? What does a sensor error look like, and what do I do when one occurs? Basically, we just skipped it. So, and you'll see in a second. Breaking it up into sub-problems. So we took the main problems and we just broke it up into smaller problems. So how do we ignore the errors? We had to find the max value in the temperature array, and then we had to find the minimum value in the temperature array, and then we subtracted the minimum from the maximum value, and we had to return it. And that was one of his rules. So he went and Googled how to, or first of all, he Googled what is amplitude? What is temperature amplitude? And this is how we came up with the answer. Well, he told us, but then he showed us how to Google it. So then we asked, how do we compute the max temperature in an array? So basically, we went on to this site called Stack Overflow. It led us, well, when the Google results, Stack Overflow came up in the Google results. I should put it that way. So basically, it told us to do a whole bunch of different stuff, but he said, based on our knowledge now, you know, what we know now, we need something that pertains to our knowledge base. So he said, there's one down here, it's a for loop. That's something we know. it's something we can work with. So that's what we picked out. For let I equals 0, I is less than temps dot length, and then we want to iterate over it, so I plus plus. And then we came up with this variable called let max equals temps, and then 0 is obviously the place in the array that it would be. So, you know, the first, oops, sorry, give me a sec. The first 0, remember the index, 0, 1, 2, and so on and so forth. So we were just telling the what do we want to say? The element, or the what's the highest, or the, yeah, highest temperature in an array. So we wanted to iterate over that, and then once it finds the highest number, that it will now be the new current temperature. So that's what we did. We didn't actually have current temperature at first. This was what it was. Temps in square brackets I. That's what we had right here, and technically right here too. But we just gave it a variable name, make it easier. But now max is now that new current temperature, and of course, if eyeing it, you can see that it was 17, and that's what it got here, 17. And then we did the same thing for the min. Sorry. What place in the array, what index in the array is the most, or the minimum, the minimum. And of course, it's -6. If we had temperatures in a home this bad, we better fix the heating, right? This is just brutal. But anyway, it's fantasy, so. But anyway, I think it's just a demonstration purposes. So we found the minimum temperature, which is -6, and that's what we got there. And then we just logged it to the console. That's what you're seeing here, max and min. And then we had to return max minus min, so 17 minus -6 is 23. So that's what we did. And then we logged it to the console for what do we call it? The function. We logged the function. So it just iterated through the temperatures array, which amplitude. Trying to think. I think this is the amplitude. Amplitude equals temperatures. No, you know what? I think this. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Oh well. But anyway, it did log it. 17 minus 6, or 17 and -6, and then we subtracted it from the highest or the lowest from the highest. And then he proceeded to add to the problem, which was kind of cool. I like this. So now, given that there are two arrays, how do we merge them? So if we should receive two arrays of temperatures, with the two arrays, do we implement the same functionality twice, and then just the answer is no, just merge the two arrays. So he's saying don't repeat this, basically, just merge the two arrays. So how do we go about doing that? So again, we went on to Google. We went onto the Google machine and typed in JavaScript, how do we merge two arrays together? And it gave us, we can concatenate it, and that's what we did. And here, this is technically the example that it gave us. Const array 1 equals ABC, const array 2 equals DEF, and then const array 3 equals array 1 dot concat array 2. So we just concatenated two arrays. So as you can see, yeah, we changed the function name, and the temps, instead of temps we have T1 and T2. We changed that a little bit, but as you can see, nothing really changed. All that information is still the same. We just changed the two variables. And then down here, we made up two arrays. So we had to change the amplitude to amplitude new, and then calc temp amplitude to calc temp amplitude new, and then we just made up two arrays. So we had 351, 905. Interesting. I didn't notice we did 5 twice. And then console.log the amplitude new. And the answer is, okay, so it gave us the new array. So you see how it's two separate arrays, and then it just merged it into one. We concatenated that. And then it gave us the highest and the lowest, which is 9 and 0. And then we subtracted 0 from 9, and obviously when you do that, it's still 9. So that's what we learned today. That was kind of cool, really cool. He put it into practice what he was talking about on last video, and it really, really does solidify it in my mind, you know, really gives that credence that I needed. But now to do it on my own. As, you know, I know when we were in class, especially math, oh, I can't even tell you, you know, when a teacher did it, it just looked easy. You're like, yeah, I got it. And then you went home and did it for homework. And it's like, oh, I don't even know where to begin. Trust me, I've been there 1,000 times. So I have a feeling I'm going to be there again. But at least I could go back and watch the video over and over and over again until it really sticks. But I'm really happy. It was really cool video. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to take this and put it into practice myself. I'm excited to get started, but there's still so much to learn. I'm still going to hold off. I want to practice my functions so it doesn't escape my mind, but at the same time, I can't wait to start some like real projects. This is probably, well, I mean, I can't even say it's basic. I want to say it's basic, but you know, there's probably a lot tougher problems out there that we have to do. But I'm gonna prepare myself for that mentally. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. So anyway, guys, that is the crux of what we did today, and I'm excited to push on to the next lesson and see what kind of things we learn, what mischief we can get ourselves in, and see if we can climb out of that hole we're going to dig. I know it. I just know it. I can feel it. But it's going to be a fun journey. I'm excited. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.